bolster with your legs bent. If you're tall, but even if you're not very tall, you could push your bolster a little bit toward the head side, a little bit off the mat so that your heels can be on the mat when you lie down then. And then ease yourself down. Support your head and your neck. Scoot the buttocks forward. Roll the shoulders open. And then extend your legs one at a time. So be here in Shavasana. Make sure you're warm. Sacrum is not on the bolster. Chest is open. Okay, good. So here, settle down, settle in, relax the limbs, soften the breath, soften the throat, soften the face, lengthen the back of the neck, back of the skull, descend the forehead toward the nose toward the chin toward the throat. Turning your attention down toward the trunk. Observe the movement of the breath. Let the breath effortlessly come in and out through the nose. Turn your palms up. See that the shoulders are rolled back and the upper arm bones rolling out, outer elbows toward the floor. See if you can balance the middle knuckle on the floor. This positioning of the arms assists in the access to the chest and the rib cage for the breath work. And now, as you rest, bring your attention to the breath as a very soft, very gentle breeze. Imagining that the breath is both inside you and outside. So the movement of the air outside, the movement of the air inside. And picture the breath as this very gentle breeze. And as you inhale, feel the breeze move from the top of the trunk toward the abdomen. And as you exhale, picture this breeze moving from the bottom to the top. So this is following the movement and the rhythm of the diaphragm, the abdominal diaphragm, thoracic diaphragm. In yoga, the Iyengars talk about 3 diaphragms. The one that we all know at the base of the rib cage. But then they also reference 2 other diaphragms. They're not diaphragms in the sense of musculature, but they're diaphragms in the sense of helping to control the flow of energy. And one is the pelvic diaphragm, and one is the throat diaphragm. So, in the pelvic basin, a diaphragm there, and at the pit of the throat, a diaphragm there. So you can picture all 3 of those diaphragms moving down from top to bottom as you inhale, and moving up as you exhale. And let it be very gentle. Don't make it harsh. Don't make it aggressive or ambitious. Make it very soft. All 3 diaphragms moving down to let the air in, moving up to expel the air. And it's, of course, the air is a metaphor for the prana. So we're really talking about the movement of the prana, the energy, life force. Now, for the next few minutes, concentrate on the inhales and start to slow down and soften the inhales more. It's not a matter of inhaling more air or gulping air. It's a matter of slowing it down and softening it. So it's the same amount of air, it's just drawn out, it's extenuated. Still feel that breeze moving from top to bottom as you inhale. All 3 diaphragms moving down. As you inhale, feel the entire circumference of the trunk. Abdomen, lower ribs, middle ribs, upper ribs, expanding circumferentially as you inhale. Normal exhales, slower, softer inhales. So we're doing Abhyantara Ujjayi. Slow, soft inhale. Normal exhale. See if you can make the inhales twice as long as the exhales. So really focus on the inhales, and you can just let the exhales be what they are. You don't have to do anything special with the exhale. Just allow the exhale. Still soft and gentle. I have this image of the breeze. So like that we don't control the breeze, right? We experience the breeze, but we don't control it per se. We just observe it. And so here too, the breeze of the breath. And breathe contains the word ease. So a sense of ease in the breath. Definitely there is a little bit of effort to slow down the inhale. That has to be conscious, that has to be intentional. But the exhales can just be a gentle release. Observe the movement of the air even in your nostrils. So, not to use any muscular effort in your nose, but just to observe the air moving to the center of the nostril. And continue to cultivate the slow, soft, gentle inhale, normal exhale. I say normal exhale, but it's still soft, not a harsh exhale. After this cycle, return to normal breathing. Return to normal breathing. And then fold your arms in, fold your legs in, bend your legs. And sit up. All right. So now, sitting on your bolster, have a couple of blankets nearby. And today, let's have the right leg, then the left leg. I'm not mirroring right now. Right leg, then left leg is Hastikasana. And then support your shin so that the knees can lengthen down still, but the pelvis doesn't tilt forward. Okay, so the pelvis level with the floor, sides of the pelvis level with the floor, neither an anterior nor posterior tilt with the pelvis. Legs crossing the center of the shins to create a snug frame to contain the breath, to contain the prana. And then let's do the last blanket so that you have a little bit of height for your hands to help lift the chest. Okay, so here we'll take the same concept in Viloma. Okay, so we'll do a three-stage Abhyantara Viloma, three-stage Viloma inhale, and still this image is a top to bottom. Sometimes you go bottom to top, and that's also a beautiful way to practice pranayama. Today, I would like you to practice, to visualize top to bottom as we also visualize the three diaphragms. So that the thoracic diaphragm, the pelvic diaphragm, and the throat diaphragm. And so to picture those three diaphragms moving downward as the lungs fill, as the trunk fills with prana. Okay? So 3-stage inhale. So from top to bottom, the diaphragm is moving down and then filling the rib cage. Of course, the whole trunk is going to expand to receive the breath. And then normal exhale. I say normal, but it's going to be a slow, soft, gentle exhale, but not a Viloma exhale. Okay? So I'll talk you through the first 2 cycles, and then you'll do some cycles on your own. Press your hands down into your bolster to make sure that you have maximum height in your trunk. Pull your shoulders back in order to access the armpit chest and move the armpit chest forward and up. See that the buttocks are lengthening down so that the lumbar is not being pushed forward, okay? So the lumbar should stay broad and move back so that there's not a harshness in that low back region, but that is being supported. Okay, now palms up on the blanket. Take your hands shoulder width. So elbows down, outer elbows down, and take your hands just a little bit wider. That's also why the blanket is useful, because you have to take the hands just a little bit wider, outer elbows down, draw up from the inner elbow to the armpit. From your maximum height, now exhaling, bow your head down. I'm going to keep my head up so I can watch you. And nod yes a couple of times so that you know that you're not holding your head up. Do not hold your head up. Do not hold your head up, but the sternum needs to come up to meet the chin. All right? Exhale completely. And then inhaling from the top, pause. Inhaling now into the middle ribs, pause. Inhaling through the entire rib cage, pause. And then exhale from bottom to top, releasing the diaphragms gently to expel the air out. Take a resting breath or 2. Exhale completely. Inhale, top. Inhale, middle. Inhale, bottom ribs. And then exhale, gently releasing the air out. So with that inhale, picturing the diaphragm moving down and the lungs filling from top to bottom. So the top air moves lower and then the middle air follows. And so it's filling the lungs. So pushing the air from the upper lungs to the lower lungs is what we're doing in Viloma. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Exhale completely. Inhale from the top. Pause. Inhale again, pushing the air down. Pause. Inhale again, pushing the air down. Pause. And then slowly expelling the air by releasing the diaphragms, releasing the air from bottom to top and up to the nose. Resting breath or 2. We'll do one more together, then you'll do some cycles on your own. And exhale completely. Inhale from the top. Inhale into the middle, pushing the air down. Inhale, bottom lungs fill because the air has been pushed down. And then some soft exhale. Smooth exhale. Okay? Do 4 more cycles on your own, okay, of Abhyantara Viloma. You can take resting breaths in between if you need to. If it's not a strain, you can add a small kumbhaka at the end of the inhale. A small retention. Just a few seconds of retention in order to allow the breath to really fill you. That effervescence of the breath to fill the entire trunk with prana. So if it doesn't feel strained, then you can add a short kumbhaka, a short hold at the top of the inhale, at the end of the inhale. See that the head is down. It's tempting. It's most of us have a tendency when we're inhaling to bring the chin up, but see if you can cultivate the opposite, pratipaksha, of bringing the chin down as you inhale. So that chin down action, it actually intensifies the prana. It enhances the prana. It sort of concentrates the prana. And it keeps your head from getting swollen, so to speak. It keeps the prana contained. So that the brain doesn't get overheated. When you finish your 4 cycles, then keep your eyes closed but bring your chin up. And just sit quietly. Experience and observe the normal breath for a moment. Okay? Change the cross of the legs. Support your legs. So as you change the cross of your legs and the symmetry changes, the asymmetry changes, so you might need to put a little bit more height underneath the right knee if your left leg is coming first. So the blanket underneath isn't meant to be necessarily symmetrical because our bodies are not symmetrical when the legs are crossed like this. All right. So now press your hands down, reinvigorate your seated position. It can get a little tiring, so then we start to droop. So reinvigorate by pressing your hands down. Check out your pelvis, make sure you're not tilting forward or back. See that the sides of the pelvis are level. And then return the hands to the blanket, hands shoulder width. Take a moment to see that the hands are shoulder width and the elbows are extending downward. And then coil that armpit chest from back to front and then up. Feel your coiling there. Inhale, exhale, bring your head down. And we'll do a few cycles of Ujjayi. Okay, so we're taking the same concept of the diaphragms, the breeze, the gentle breeze, and now turning it into Ujjayi. Exhale completely. Inhaling. Feel a breeze moving from the top to the bottom, filling your entire trunk. As the ribcage expands, the abdomen naturally recedes. And then exhaling. So sometimes in the Iyengar refer to this as Ujjayi proper. Ujjayi stage 8, Bahya Abhyantara Ujjayi. So now do 3 more cycles on your own. Ujjayi proper. So hopefully the preliminary work has helped to create a gentle, slow, soft, gracious Ujjayi with no strain, a sense of ease, like that gentle breeze, a sense of ease. But definitely movement, expansion, fullness, without strain. Bahya Abhyantara Ujjayi. After you finish your 4 cycles, then bring your chin up, eyes closed, sit quietly. And as you sit, then hopefully there's a feeling of, like remember in the summer on when there's a gentle breeze blowing in the evening and just a sense of quietness, a state of ease, a state of tranquility. So we can create those conditions within our own bodies and minds. Okay, and now lie down to Shavasana again. If you can lie down flat on your back, do so. And if you want to put the bolster across your thighs, you can do that also. Alright? If you need support, then use it. Otherwise, plain Shavasana. So one of the joys of Shavasana at the end of pranayama is that sense of ease in the breath, no strain in the breath whatsoever. Just the air moving effortlessly through the nose into the lungs, abdomen effortlessly rising and falling, and a steady rhythm. Is that rhythm can be very soothing for us. Rhythm in general is very soothing for us. So enjoy that evenness, that softness. And I'm going to officially end, but you can stay as long as you want. And wonderful to have this time with you, and see you soon.